The girl accidentally discovered that her cousin, who ate and drank excessively every day, was getting slimmer and slimmer, while she, who worked out diligently every day, was getting fatter and fatter. She had always believed that she wasn't trying hard enough, but she didn't know that her cousin had already linked their weight loss system to hers. The girl had once been a slim, beautiful, and academically outstanding young woman, but after entering university, her weight began to increase rapidly, and her grades also deteriorated. Unable to bear her classmates' mockery, she began to diet and study hard. But strangely, the harder she tried to lose weight, the more she gained, and the harder she studied, the worse her grades became. During a running training session, she collapsed from exhaustion. Her brother rushed to the infirmary, but before she could speak, he yanked out the 4-tube and told her to get up and keep running. As today's training quota hadn't been met, she thought her brother was just looking out for her. Just then, a strange voice echoed in her ears, revealing that her brother had linked the weight-swapping system to her and her cousin. The more she exercised, the thinner her cousin would become, and the consequences of her cousin's overeating would all be transferred to her. Her cousin was a poor student sponsored by a girl and was also the object of her brother's current affection. She suddenly realized everything, that this was all a trap her brother had set for her. She angrily pushed her brother's hand away. Just as he was about to scold her, her boyfriend walked over. The girl and her boyfriend had grown up together and were the people she trusted most in the world. But just as she was about to reveal this secret to her boyfriend, the strange voice sounded again, stating that her boyfriend had linked the study system to her and her cousin. The harder she studied, the better her cousin's grades would be. At that moment, the girl finally understood that everything that had happened to her was the result of the two people in front of her. Her boyfriend had betrayed her, and her brother only loved her cousin. The girl had regarded them as her closest family, but they had turned her into a sacrifice for her cousin. Since that was the case, the girl decided to give up dieting. Her brother slapped her across the face and berated her as a shameless fat girl. The girl warned him to recognize his true status. He was just an adopted child of their parents, and with a single word from her, he could be kicked out at any time. As her brother moved to strike her again, her boyfriend stepped in to protect her, saying that if the girl didn't want to lose weight, she should focus on her studies. Seeing her boyfriend's hypocritical expression, the girl snatched the tablet from his hands and turned to leave. Back in the classroom, the girl saw her cousin, whom she had been supporting for 3 years. Before that, the cousin was a fat, clumsy country bumpkin, but after meeting the girl, the cousin had become the school beauty in just half a year, while the girl had become a 300-pound fatty. The girl had always believed that the cousin had lost weight through self-discipline, but today she finally realized it was all thanks to the system. Facing her classmates' mockery, the girl announced publicly that she was giving up on losing weight. Her cousin heard this and panicked. Just then, the bell rang, and the two had to return to their seats. During class, the girl deliberately ate snacks and played games. Her cousin saw this and became furious, warning her that if she didn't study hard, she'd be expelled from school. But the girl didn't care. Her family was worth billions, and if she got expelled, she could just go back and inherit the fortune. The teacher noticed they weren't paying attention and asked them to stand up and answer a question. Looking at the complicated math problem on the blackboard, the girl suddenly figured out the solution, but her cousin couldn't answer it at all. The girl suddenly realized that if she kept this up, the system would stop working. Under the shocked stares of her classmates, the girl easily completed the problem. Seeing the girl looking so proud, her cousin was furious. She believed it was because the girl hadn't tried hard enough that she couldn't answer the questions. After class, the cousin brought a pile of practice problems for her to study, but the girl didn't want to bother with them. Seeing this, the cousin immediately started acting pitiful, saying that she had spent a lot of money to buy those practice problems. Seeing the cousin with a face full of grievance, the other students immediately stood up to blame the girl, but the girl remained unfazed. The cousin could only call her brother to complain. To comfort his sister, the brother shouted at the girl to kneel down and apologize to the cousin, but the girl refused outright. The brother was furious and declared he would never speak to her again. Seeing her brother's enraged expression, the girl vowed silently to make him pay. After her brother left, the girl immediately called her parents, claiming she had been bullied. Her father, upon hearing that his beloved daughter had been wronged, promised to return in 3 days to avenge her. Meanwhile, the older brother, in an effort to win his cousin's favor, took her on an overseas trip. The girl saw this as her chance for revenge and began to binge eat. After a week, the girl underwent a drastic transformation, while her cousin became a big, fat girl.